makagawa ng solid na stainless na food cart, ang ginawa ko, yung drawing ko, nilagyan ko yan ng specs ng mga sukat. Lahat, kumpleto ng detail kung paano gagawin ng cart. Sinerox ko yun, lahat sila na gumagawa ng mga metal, binigyan ko ng kopya. At nag-iwan ako ng number ko na kontakin nila ako kapag nakagawa na sila ng cart na solid na stainless. So, years goes by, walang tumawag sa akin. Nagulat na lang ako nang nakakita na ako ng Sweet Balls cart sa Maynila. Kaya lang, that was after 5 years. Kaso, nakagawa na ako ng sarili kong stainless na cart. So, sabi ko nga, trial and error ako. By the time na nakagawa na sila ng solid na stainless, pasahin na sa akin yung solid stainless. Kasi nga, since trial and error ako, nakita ko ang problema pag ang cart mo ay solid na stainless. Ganon. So, in-improve ko na in-improve. Dumaan ako sa all aluminum, all mga GI sheet lang, mga yero, acrylic, hanggang sa yung na-improve ko na kung anong quality ng food cart at materials ang bagay, depende dun sa concept mo o paninda mo at kung ano ang market mo. By the time na gusto ko siyang ilabas sa mall, may isang mall dito na ginagawa. Hindi siya yung malaki-malaki Gusto ko siya ilagay doon, ipasok. Ginagawa pa lang siya. Ang naging response sa akin nila is magiging kalat lang daw sa labi nila. So, masama ang loob ko doon kasi bakit kalat lang, maganda naman yung food cart. Dinala ko siya sa isang malaking mall. Siguro maraming usap-usap yun Pinaliwanag ko At saka kung magkano yung rent, kung ano yung design. Yun, sabi nila, try natin. Pati tinanong nila ako kung magkano magiging rent. Yun. Doon nag-umpisa sa isang malaking mall na yan, maraming malalaking malls sila. Doon nag-umpisa yon actually. Nung nakita nilang meron na sa mall, tsaka pa lang naggayahan yung iba na dating mga nag-inquire sa amin. Ang sabi nila, pag nag-food cart ka, kailangan daw matao ang pwesto mo. Hindi totoo yan. Based sa experience ko, hindi guarantee na ang isang lugar na matao ay malakas. Ang isang lugar na walang tao ay mahina. Tandaan mo yan kasi yung malalaking kumpanya na multimilyon, bago magtayo ng isang pwesto o outlet, gumagawa ng mga feasibility studies yan. Malaki ang ginagastos nila dyan at matagal ang processing yan. Pero bakit may malalaking outlet sila na nagsasara? Dahil hindi kumikita. So, hindi ko mamatao yan, i-assure mo ka agad malakas yan. Establish good karma and everything will follow. Kung maganda ang karma na inuna mo, maganda rin ang balik sa'yo. Kung hindi maganda yung ginawa mo, ang umpisa pa lang, normally, hindi rin maganda ang balik sa'yo. Kumbaga, lagi ko sinasabi sa kanila na isipin mo kung paano ka makakatulong at the same time, kikita ka. Hindi yung, paano ka kikita para matulungan mo yan. Hindi yun. Kailangan, paano ka makakatulong. Like me, sabi ko nga, masaya ako pag nakakatulong ako. Walang perang katapat yung nararamdaman ko. Naiiyak pa nga ako minsan pag nakikita ko yung mga naging kliyente ko na naturuan ko ng tama, na nagiging successful sila, minsan napipicture sila sa ibang show. Natutuwa ako kasi ang ganda na ng buhay nila. Maraming nag-umpisa na wala lang na maliit lang talaga ang kapital. Ngayon talagang very successful sila. Natutuwa ako pag nakikita ko sila. Yun yung fulfillment na nararamdaman ko na hindi mo kayang tapatan ng pera yan. Diba? Sabi ko nga, nag-i-invest ako sa lupa para sa langit. Diba?
Welcome back mga kagonegosyo, and now we're about to meet the woman entrepreneur for the day. With us is the Executive Vice President of the Philippine Star, Miss Grace Glory Go. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Hi, Gladys.
Hi. And how did you start as an entrepreneur?
Actually, my late sister, Betty Go Belmonte, was the entrepreneur. I merely came home upon her request to help her build the marketing division of the Philippine Star from scratch.
Ma'am, what motivated you to continue this kind of business?
Well, of course, the germ of newspaper and magazine publishing all started with my late father, Dr. Jimmy Gopanseng, who was publisher of the Fukien Times. It was a pre-martial law Fukien Times, and it was the largest nationwide Chinese newspaper circulated throughout the country. My father's reputation as a journalist was very well known because he defied the Japanese Imperial Army and was staunchly against Japanese aggression in the Far East. He also defended a slave girl who was being maltreated by her employer. So my late sister Betty and I were fortunate to have a head start being descendants of a journalist of high regard and integrity.
Ma'am, may I know, how's your relationship with your employees, staff of the Philippine Star?
Well, we actually relate to them as if they were part of our family. So we love them all and they all love us.
And what do you think is your biggest contribution to the Philippine Star?
Well, when I first came back, the Philippine Star was in the red.
But ma'am, Philippine Star started way back
1986,
1986.
right after the EDSA revolution. And my sister called me back in early 1988. So it was still in the red at that time because we were the 23rd newspaper to come off the press. So I was instrumental in building the advertising and circulation of Star through hard work and faith in God to what it is today. We are the leading daily in both advertising and circulation.
So far, ma'am, what were the trials that you had to face?
Well, first of all, we had to convince the ad agencies by convincing their clients that we were a paper worth using because we believed in truth in reporting. And secondly, we had to convince the newspaper dealers across the nation that we were a paper worth selling. And lastly, but not least, is we had to convey to our employees that we really cared for their well-being.
What is the greatest challenge as a woman and an entrepreneur as well?
Well, actually, since my father had 5 daughters and 1 son, and he always wanted sons, we were all brought up as sons. So I really have no problem in a men's world. Although earlier, I'm sure, the women found it a little difficult being an entrepreneur in a men's world. But lately, I'm sure there are more women entrepreneurs than there are men.
Yes, outnumbered na. Ma'am, lastly, your message to the aspiring entrepreneurs.
Well, my message is in the Go Negosio book. Number 1, have self-confidence. Number 2, earn a good reputation. Number 3, have faith in God. And then have faith in yourself. Number 4, always keep a positive attitude. Number 5, constantly and consciously develop a love of your work. Number 6, remain humble. Number 7, don't entertain the thought of failure. Number 8, be a people person. Number 9, have a supportive family. Number 10, always give your best to your work.
Wow, very well said, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you too,
There
Gladys.
you have it, another inspiring story from Miss Grace Glory Go. I'd have to say, very interesting ang buhay ni Miss Grace Glory Go, and she serves as an idol for those aspiring entrepreneurs. Ako po si Gladys Reyes Somero, ito ang All You Bigger, Better, and Brighter #1 negosyo partner on TV. Go Negosyo, kaya mo!